I want to say it took a while to get here because we did the courses that were like the popular courses to take to figure out how to get your kid to sleep. Those were my worst nights because I was just like trying to do this thing that was not working and I was kind of not fully committed to it. Hey guys, my name is Shayla. Welcome to my channel. I talk about motherhood, I talk about pregnancy, I talk about all the things that I'm learning. Today we're going to talk about sleep training, and I want to start this video by saying I support you. I support you if you do cry it out. I support you if you do bed sharing. I support you if you, whatever works for your family, I support it 100%. Some people don't have a spare bedroom that they can put their child in. They bed share because of necessity. Some people have to go back to work, so they have to do the cry it out method. There's a million reasons why you have to do what you have to do. Don't feel like you ever need to justify that to anybody. I'm going to tell you my experience because we're kind of in like the realm of sleep training. We're considered like softies, and I'm okay with that. It took a while to get here because we did the courses that were like the popular courses to take to figure out how to get your kid to sleep. Those were my worst nights because I was just like trying to do this thing that was not working and I was kind of not fully committed to it. Like if you take these courses and you're like, yes, 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 this all makes sense to me, they're probably perfect for you. If you're taking a course and you're like, I don't feel super good about that, you have to believe it for it to work. It's a general guideline, and a lot of times there's a ton of really good information packed into them that I picked and chose what I wanted to use. I have no idea if I'm doing it right or wrong. In fact, I might watch this video in a couple of years and be like, oh, sweet girl. But right now, what we're doing is working for us, and it's not how we should be doing it at all. I'm going to talk to you about if my baby sleeps through the night, if she can put herself back to sleep, and what I wish I had known from the start. I think that the best thing that you can do is follow your baby's cues, do what works for your family. But if something happens where it's not working anymore, then seek out help specifically for that thing. Does that make sense? Does my baby sleep through the night? Nope. Does it work for us? Yes. So what happens is I usually put her down. Her bedtime used to be 5 p.m. and then she'd usually wake up at like 5:30 or 6. When I say that she slept for that long, what I mean is she probably woke up every like 3 to 4 hours, nurse a little bit, and then go back to sleep. Couple of things. When she wakes up in the middle of the night, go lay on her floor, give her the boob, she falls right back asleep. 5 minutes or less, done. Not a big deal for me. Usually she goes to bed at 7 now. That happens around like 10 or 11. I'm still awake. And then I go to sleep. She wakes up again at like 2 or 3-ish. I'll go get her and bring her in here. And then we wake up at like 7. After about 4 months, I put her on her floor bed. We started with naps during the day, and then even though I was bringing her in here at night, I would do her whole nighttime routine in her room and then come in this room when she actually fell asleep to put her down. The second question is, does my baby fall asleep on her own? Nope, she nurses to sleep every single time. Whatever way you want to do it, you will find information to support what you're doing. So basically, you just need to figure out which way do I want to go and then find the information to support that and ignore everything else. Everything you do is going to have good and it's going to have bad, and so you just have to decide, what do I want for my family? Do I want to be waking up every night just to go comfort my baby, or do I want them to learn that they can put themselves to sleep? Do I want them to stay in their room from day one? Do I want them in our room for the first year or 2? Am I okay with them coming into our bed? What are the things that you want? As long as it's working for you. As soon as it stops working for you, then start trying to figure out what you can change. My baby does not take a bottle. She has not taken a bottle. I waited 6 weeks to introduce it, and that was, I think, too long. But she'll chew on it now and just get milk everywhere. If I'm not home, she'll usually take a bottle for Seth a little bit, but then she's like, okay, where is my mom? Is nursing to sleep super inconvenient? Sometimes. Yeah, I need to like wire my life around her naps and make sure that I'm home for her naps, but I'm always home, so it's not that big of a deal. To me, nursing is like, it's so much easier. I don't have to clean a bottle. I don't have to clean pumps. It's like, we're at home, she's hungry, I whip out my boob. We're out and about, I get in the back seat, I nurse her. If she's sleepy, I nurse her. If she's upset, I nurse her. Like, it's just so easy for me, and I like doing it, and it just is, I don't know, it just works for us. And it's just your comfort level. If you're like, I don't want to whip out my boob in a parking lot in the back seat, well then you should figure out how to use a bottle. That's just preference, and there's nothing wrong with either one of them. Just do what you want. I hope, if nothing else from this video, you just get the confidence to be like, okay, we're not doing what everyone's telling us to do, and it's okay. Or we found a program that is exactly what we wanted, it's working for us. Great. Great. Other downside is that Seth is like, I can't put her to sleep. He can't, because she needs to nurse to sleep because I'm home with her all day. So that's how we do all of our naps. That's how we do all of our sleep. So that's like how she knows to fall asleep. So When she wakes up in the middle of the night, that's what she wants. It will be interesting to see how this progresses and how, as she gets older, how she is able to put herself back to sleep. And I'm just not worried about it. I'm just rolling with it. And we're all happy, and she's not a very fussy baby. Would I rather that she slept on her own? Yeah. It would be great to just be like, okay, good night, bye. It would save me a ton of time. But I like the connection, and I like the comfort that she gets from me, and it's only a phase, and she's only this little for so long, and so it doesn't bother me. And for baby number 2, I might do something different. I don't know. We'll see how it goes when we have to cross that bridge. From what I'm told, the more solids that she gets, she'll do less feedings. I don't really know how that goes because she nurses to sleep. I'm not really sure, to be totally honest. But we are introducing solids, and she is eating a lot more. And she is nursing less. So we'll see. When I started this breastfeeding journey, I didn't have I'm going to breastfeed for this long and I'm going to stop at this point. I was just like, I don't know, we're just going to start breastfeeding and see how it goes. I didn't have much expectations. I didn't do a ton of research. I was just like, let's just wing it. Let's just roll with it, and whatever happens, happens. And so that's where we're at right now. Thing number 3 is what I wish I had known and what I might do differently next time. If you are just starting, a couple of things. First of all, Google awake windows for your age groups. Like Aaliyah right now, it's 2 to 3, it depends on where you look, but it's about 2 to 3.5 hours that she should be awake before she goes down for another nap. She was an infant, we were just like, oh, she's asleep now. Look we can talk, and they don't even wake up. We should keep doing this. And then once they hit the 4-month sleep regression, you're like, whose baby is this? That's because before 4 months, they have 2 sleep cycles, awake and asleep, or 2 sleep, I don't know. Adults have 4. They've got 2. They're either awake or they're asleep. Done. So I'm reading this book called Raising Baby, and it's about this American who raises her firstborn in France, and it just talks about how they raise them differently. Well, the one thing that she found was that they do la pause, the pause, for I don't know, a couple minutes, 2-3 minutes. When baby starts to fuss, they just pause and they observe. So they're watching the baby and they're like, okay, does she look upset? Like she needs a diaper change, or like she needs food? Or does she just kind of look like she's in between sleep cycles, and she will figure it out? And if baby calms down and goes back to sleep, obviously, that's what they needed. If baby continues to fuss, then they go in and they're like, okay, what can we do for you? And so that pause helps them learn to put themselves to sleep. And it's not letting them cry it out. It's watching them and being present and observing and being like, okay, let me try and understand what you're trying to tell me here. The other thing is sleepy cues. Google sleepy cues, baby sleepy cues. You'll find them. It's like red eyebrows, they rub their eyes, they yawn, they stop making eye contact with you. So, hypothetically, for baby number 2, I think, and who knows when this actually happens, but what I'm thinking right now is that when baby starts to show some sleepy cues, I'm going to bring them in their room, sit with them, and let them fall asleep in their room. And then slowly just kind of set them down and let them fall asleep on their own. Will I still nurse to sleep sometimes? Yeah. Practicing la pause and following these sleepy cues and wake windows kind of help you figure out and help your baby to learn okay, you're feeling sleepy, we're going to go in your room, this is where you sleep. Now I'm going to be right here when you wake up. Done. That is how we failed at sleep training and why I don't really care. I hope that this empowers you a little bit to not feel so stressed out, because sometimes when you learn these things that you should be doing and your baby's not doing them, it just creates the most tension. Where if you could just be like, you know what, according to our family, there's nothing wrong with what's going on. It's just not what the baby should be doing. So that's it. I hope this is helpful. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Mwah. Bye.